Oh, hey, good morning. This is Huntington's disease Todd, and I'm here to talk about Huntington's disease awareness month. Of course, this is May, and actually I started my YouTube channel in May of 2024. So that's kind of what inspired me today to do this talk. Also, I got some inspiration from Leah at HD, Help for HD International. The connection with her this year has been great, and I know that the awareness this year from that connection is going to be great for my YouTube channel. I'll talk more about that in a second, how I got to where I am today, and the challenges that have been, some of the challenges that I faced along the way. I also want to thank Daniel Gimbel. He's the Florida HDSA chapter president, I believe is what his title is, and he also got me the connection with Leah. So, and then one other person that I want to mention, and then I'll get into the details of all of this, is Ryan Van Dyke, and he has Cure for HD, We Won't Be Silent on Facebook. Those have been, he has been one of the most inspirational people for me, because when I started, he was doing a lot of good stuff on his Facebook. So I made that connection with him, and we've talked and talked and talked over the years back and forth. So having Huntington's disease is a whole different thing than almost anyone can understand. So putting it into words, especially when you have Huntington's disease, which I do, has always been challenging. But I've also, so I've had it as a person with Huntington's, but I've also had it from the standpoint of being a caregiver. So I've faced those challenges, especially in this year for this video and this time of life. Before 2 years ago, I started my channel. It was a little easier for me to put together videos. Now I face a little bit more challenges doing it. But this year, so my channel was started 2 years ago. I started a YouTube channel called Huntington's disease Todd, and it was actually in May that the time that I started it, and I started it in May for that reason, because of Huntington's disease awareness. So if I stumble and stall a little bit on my talking, just bear with me, because I can say I can make a short video long without any trouble. So anyway, through this whole process, and 2 years ago even, it was a lot easier for me. So when I started my YouTube channel, the reason I started it is because the content out there just wasn't really, the current material wasn't hardly relevant or there. Some people's videos were older, some videos that were there, or some of the people that were posting. Of course, with Huntington's disease, we can't always control how long we do this and how long we're able to do this. This year, I've made the commitment I'm going to stick with this as much as I can, because I want to get the word out. And through this awareness and through that connection with Help for HD International, I think that there's a great opportunity here for some of the videos that I've posted and put out there to get more views. I'm going to talk about that too, what I'm doing in that regard. So I have over 100 videos now on Huntington's disease Todd. Of course, if you don't know about that channel on YouTube, you should go there and check it out. I have done, all those videos are straight from my heart. They're straight from the person that has it. They talk to people a lot. I get a lot of incredible comments. The people that make comments keep me inspired to keep me going. It is a channel of, from my experience. So I'm not always able to talk from what everybody else experiences. I'm thankful for the way I am, and I know that other people have Huntington's disease in a whole different way. It can be a challenging thing from that. This year too, I was thinking about the awareness from the standpoint of being that, there's so many things good happening in Huntington's disease. We need to get the word out more. So over 2 years ago, I started that. There was hundreds of videos. I have 100 videos. I have hundreds of shorts, and I've had tens of thousands of views. Now that was with hardly any promotion. That was with me not doing or knowing much of anything. I started my channel with the main goal of letting people know about Huntington's disease from a different perspective. My perspective is such that I know what I'm living with. I know what's happening with my brain, so therefore I can tell you my story. I think I resonate sometimes with people that may have had a father or a mother or a grandfather, or that have just found out they have it. There's people that come to my page and say, man, oh man, I'm glad these videos are here. It helps me just try to figure out how to deal with this. So over the time, through my process of doing videos, I fell off a little bit in the middle of there, and I got a little bit weak during one of the years. But this year, I understand the relevance of the time and the hour that we're in. So my commitment to doing more awareness this year is going to be very paramount. Also, my time and ability may get challenged more and more. Every time I make a video, I can't just come in here and sit down and make a video. It's not like that at all. Maybe some of you folks can relate, maybe some of you can't. I have to do a lot of research, thinking, writing down, doing things over and over and that sort of thing to finally get my thoughts in order. I used to be able to talk pretty extemporaneously, but now I have to make notes and I have to follow those. I'm actually looking at notes here as we talk today. So I started my page when my brother Tony had passed away. He passed away in the end of 23, and it made me realize, he passed away at 67, and it made me realize how important the time was that we were in, especially with me. I wanted to leave, too, a legacy for my family, but also I think that I could leave a legacy for everyone that's in the Huntington's disease community. And again, if you haven't seen the Huntington's Disease Todd YouTube page, you should go there. I don't want to take anything away from HDA, Help for HD International or any other page. I just want to tell you the information that I have there. So I started the page because I just wasn't seeing, a lot of current material. Sometimes people had fallen off or some of the videos were old. I wanted to gain a top spot. Some of my videos now, believe it or not, have gotten to the top of a YouTube search. And by top spot, I mean, I want people to find my information when they go to Huntington's disease for a search. And that is actually happening. This year, I have some videos that are constantly getting, in the hundreds of views a month, which means that I'm climbing up the ladder. But I also found out this year, that if I do a little trick on the videos, it's called promotion. It's going to cost me a little bit of money. I'm willing to make that commitment this year. So for Huntington's disease awareness this year, I want to try to do a couple things. I want to try and get in touch with somebody in Florida that I know that can help me get to someone in Washington so that we can find out how to get the AMT 130 further through that process. I actually have met personally Rick Scott, and I haven't seen him, for years and years, and I was just at a campaign rally. But it might be some way that I could get there. So if anybody's watching this that is in Florida, that has connections, even to the governor, because I know that if we got to our governor, he could get to Rick Scott easily. Rick Scott was the governor of Florida before he was in the Senate. So also, that's my commitment this year. I'm going to make more videos as much as I can. I'm going to make them as I can because, again, it's a challenge, everything that I do. So for this year, I'm going to pay for some promoting videos. That will get those videos to the top of the list. Look, I can sound like sometimes, well, I don't think I do, but maybe I'm, trying to promote that YouTube page, and I am from the standpoint of I think it will help people. The videos that I put on there, almost all of them are really, really good and helpful. So I'm going to take some of the older videos that I've done as well, and some of those videos I will promote with a few dollars for a few months or a few weeks, however long those promotions run out. So with Google, you can pay, put some money into the account, do a thing there. That's what I'm going to do. That's my commitment this year. This is Huntington's disease, Todd. I'm talking about May and Huntington's disease awareness. But always remember, down here at the bottom, I got a link or two that you can go to look at more videos about Huntington's disease awareness, Huntington's disease symptoms, Huntington's disease information. Again, it's coming from me. I have a CAG of 41. I'm 64 years old. I pray that I can keep doing this for more years, and I'm going to work hard as I can at it. But I don't want this video to be much longer. Go to Huntington's Disease Todd and subscribe.